How to unlock true unbreakable confidence. I feel like people are always walking around just saying, just be confident. You got it, bro. Just be confident. But no one really tells you how. Well, I'm going to try. So here's what I've learned about how to be confident so far in my 24 years of life. Hopefully this helps. Confidence is a state of mind and a feeling. True confidence is not something you can fake, in my opinion. I often hear people say to manifest it or fake it until you make it. They tell you to wake up in the morning and tell yourself, I'm confident 10 times in the mirror and you will be. But what the fuck even is that? You're just lying to yourself. I look at that like it's a house of sticks made on the beach. Sure, it may look pretty for a while, but the second something disrupting comes by, it'll come crashing down in seconds because it's built on nothing. True confidence needs a solid concrete base that nothing can take down. So how do you create this solid base? Well, I personally think that there are two types of confidence, and you need both of them to unlock true confidence. I call one of them the bricks and one of them the glue. Let's start with confidence type number one, the bricks. This consists of genuinely trusting yourself to succeed in what it is you're about to do. So how do you get this type of confidence? Well, it comes from three things: hard work, preparation, and experience. Let's use an example. Say you want to approach a pretty girl at the bar, and you wish you were confident enough to just go do it. And let's say this meter represents your confidence level. Right now, your meter is pretty much empty. But say you start working out every day, and you get in good shape, you start to look better. Now you've put in the hard work, and your confidence meter starts to fill a little bit. And then say you've practiced conversations with girls in your head, and you've come up with a list of good pickup lines to use. Now you've prepared, and your meter fills a little bit more. And then say you've tried approaching other girls in the past, and you've learned what works and what doesn't. Now you have experience, and again, your meter fills a little. Each time you do these things, you're collecting your bricks. Obviously, these are specific things to the example of approaching a girl, but you can make a list of things like this for anything. Going into a job interview, giving a class presentation, literally anything. Now with these things, you have built yourself into a man that has a high chance of succeeding at approaching a girl. And because of this, your confidence level is booming. You have gathered your bricks, and now you have confidence type number one. You trust yourself to succeed in what you are about to do. But here's the thing. These things are great, and they fill up your tube pretty high, but your tube still isn't completely full. Why is that? Because there's still a level of uncertainty. Yes, you've increased your chances of success with these things, but just because you now have all these good qualities does not mean that you are guaranteed to have success. And the fact of the matter is, you will never be completely certain. You will never be 100% sure that it will work out because you just can't tell the future. But this is where confidence type number two comes in. And I think this is the one that people often miss. Confidence type number two, the glue. This consists of being okay with embarrassment, judgment, and failure. This one is more tricky for most people because it's more of a mental challenge. And that's because this type of confidence isn't about getting rid of this uncertainty. Rather, it's about accepting that uncertainty and embracing it. It's the only way to fill your tube up completely. It's the only thing that can glue your bricks together. See what I did there? It's all about knowing that you will be okay even if you fail miserably. So how do you do this? Well, you create a mental model that you practice reminding yourself. You change your thought process and perspective on failure, judgment, and embarrassment. And this may depend on the person, but for me, this looks like a set of things that I must always remind myself in these situations. The first thing I remind myself is, you don't need anyone to think good of you. Sure, you may want people to think of you in a good way. That's just human nature. But just realize that you don't need anyone to. Because regardless of what others think, you'll still move on to enjoying your life and experiencing good things in the future. And most importantly, you know it's true of yourself, and that's all that matters. The second thing I remind myself is that any embarrassing moment is a blimp of time and space. Say the girl rejects you. It might feel like your whole world is crashing down in that moment, but in reality, it's just a small blimp in time that will never affect you again. And 5 years from now, you probably won't even remember it happened. Shit, you might not even remember by next week. And the last thing that I remind myself is that you will never be able to avoid failure, judgment, or embarrassing moments completely. Sure, you can try to avoid it, but it'll still happen again at some point down the road. That's just life. So why waste so much time trying to avoid it? And guess what? No matter what you do, people are already judging you anyway. You will never be able to control what everyone thinks about you, so it's illogical to try. It's just so far out of your control. I could go on for hours talking about reasons why it's illogical to care about these things, but that's a video for another day. These are just the ones that help me the most. So there you go. Now you have both confidence types. You've built a brick house on solid ground that nothing can take down. Your meter is booming bright. Now go get that girl, kill that presentation, and tackle that job interview, or whatever it may be. And if you like content like this, go check out our blog where we post advice like this daily. Until next time, peace out.